Day 3 here on this brandy mash, and look at this beautiful fermentation. Look at those bubbles. Gorgeous, gorgeous bacteria. And, you know, essentially it's just yeast creating its own bacteria. These little floaty bits here, what will be known as the mother. It'll create a SCOBY. You can find all that on my website. It's a lot to explain. The mother is basically what they feed on. This down here is just sediment. But these beautiful bits of bacteria is what they are, floating around, is what will form a mother. And that can be saved from batch to batch. Losing my light here. It's got a little short in it. There we go. But you can definitely see the bubbles. Which is created, you know, from alcohol. Why it can't be airtight, it'll explode. You know, anything that ferments. It has to be open. Create that carbon dioxide that gives, you know, things a fizz. And you can see the layers here of yeast. And the fruit, you know, it's not quite what we call CAM yeast, which is KAHM. It's not quite into the CAM yeast stage yet. CAM kind of coats everything. This is looking really good, actually. I cooked that down nice. It might not even get a CAM yeast growth on top. Might just grow the SCOBY, which will essentially be that layer right here. This will all settle, and it'll grow a thick little jelly-like blob, essentially the same size as this. And that's the SCOBY. That can also be used along with the mother in the next batch. I likely won't. You know, for kombucha, that's what we do. We save the SCOBY and the mother, and that's what starts our next batch. And then eventually you have so many that you just rotate your batches. Because this will probably end up being brandy, because it's fruit. I mean, you can label any alcohol, anything that you want. It's not essentially moonshine unless it's a corn mash. This will be brandy. It'll need to be put into an aged barrel, which we have one. I'll likely get another. But that's beside the point. I can make wine or anything from this. I can make berry vinegar if I wanted to. You know, that's where all your vinegars come from. This is how they start. But any alcohol mostly is made the same way. Yeast and sugar that creates ethanol. And the distillation process, well, really the mash process and then the distillation process will decipher the proof or how strong it is. You know, kombucha only goes a couple days. It's a 10-day process from start to finish to your next batch. So it does have a little bit of alcohol, but not a lot. Obviously, the longer you go and the way that you distill it will determine that. But I had to show you guys. Look at that. It's just beautiful. Beautiful. I don't have a toggle on the top. This one is just got some cheesecloth and a bag. Got a rubber band on there. But if I had a toggle on top, it would be bubbling. I will likely put one on this next batch I'm going to make. It'd be a corn mash, and then it'll be in a bucket. You know, these big old clear jars are nice because you can see what's going on in there. You can watch. And I've done this enough. I know exactly what I'm looking for. You know, you can smell it. I know exactly how it should smell. when it's good and when it's not good. It's hard to explain. It does smell like yeast. If you've ever smelled a distillery, you know what that smells like. It's not quite as strong because it's berries, and it kind of smells like ice cream. Like, it's really hard to explain. I can definitely smell the berries in here when I walk in here. It smells super good. I smell the yeast too, but you know, it's a very acquired taste. It's a labor of love, definitely, for sure. It's not for everybody. You know, and this process could be stopped halfway, and it would be kombucha, or you could drink it. You could use it as a tonic. You could. This is your real flu shot right here. Is you want things that are fermented. This is the best thing that you can eat. It's the only way to get prebiotics and probiotics into your body, are things that are fermented. They mimic what's in your gut. It's the gut flora feeds off of probiotics. You can't get it any other way. That's why antibiotics are incredibly dangerous and harmful. Sometimes you need them, but they're definitely misused, misdiagnosed. There goes the glitch in my light again. But you have to ingest things like this, whether you like it or not. So to me, it being an acquired taste is just, it's a little more than common sense. You know, it's a little more than wanting it and desiring it. It's pure common sense. This is the only way that you can get this into your body and you have to have it? Oh, say no more.